Right now we're going to talk about the operation of the firearm. Again, we're going to play with our Walther P22 22 caliber pistol, semi-automatic pistol. Way that works, we'll get into a little bit more detail here. Basically, it is a semi-automatic weapon. It's recoil operated. What that means is when you fire a round out of this weapon, the energy that's generated, the recoil energy from firing that bullet down range, is going to force it to slide backwards. And it's going to take another round out of the spring-loaded magazine, and it's going to put it into the chamber ready to fire. It's also going to recock the weapon when that happens, so when you pull the trigger again, it's going to fire another round. Semi-automatic, which means for each one pull the trigger, it's going to shoot one round down range. Now, basic operation of the weapon: loading, firing, reloading, and unloading. Okay, we're not going to actually fire right now. We'll get to that later, but we're going to just show you the way it would work. Loading the weapon: basically take the magazine. Like I like to say, the ammunition goes pointy in first. Let me demonstrate that real quick. Pointy in, goes facing forward. You can kind of see how it fits in your hand. Pretty simple. Most magazines work that way. The butt of the weapon, you're going to jam it in there like that. Okay, you're not going to break this weapon, so don't baby it in there. Okay, everything you do is going to be a very positive action. Come across the top like this. Okay, you're going to work the slide to the rear. You're going to grab the slide with your whole hand. I don't want to see any slingshot action like this. Okay, grab it with the hand, rip it off, and let it go. Okay, never ride the slide back or all the way back. At this point, we've loaded around in the chamber. If you want to be sure, you can take a look. There it is right there. At this point, we're ready to fire, which I'm not going to do at this point. To fire, simply pull the trigger. We'll cover that more in detail, a lot more in detail in a minute. Unloading the weapon. This one's a little different. It's got a magazine release down here. We're going to push this one down, remove the magazine. This weapon's not unloaded. This weapon still has a round in the chamber. You're going to pull the slide back, let the round drop free, visually inspect the chamber. The weapon's now safe. Alright. I'll lock the slide open. I'm not going to really cover that. The Glock pistol is the same, basically. At this point, the weapon's unloaded. The slide is locked to the rear position. Some of these guns will have a rear slide lock, some of them won't. Take your magazine, insert it in, grab it across the top, pull it back. Some firearms will have a slide release. This one does. You can release it like this. I'm not a big fan of that. It's very small. It's not easy to get your hands on in a high-speed situation. So again, we're going to unload, and we're going to insert the magazine, come across the top, rip it, and let it go. Always do a press check if you have a chance. Make sure there is a round in the chamber. Okay, now we're going to unload. You press the magazine release. The magazine should drop free. And in this case, I'm going to actually lock it back by putting a little pressure from my thumb, which is not real important for this lesson. And inspect the chamber. It's empty. Finally, you have the Kel-Tec 380. This weapon does not have a slide lock, which is why it's in the forward position. First of all, make sure it's not loaded. Okay, we're ready to load it. Take our magazine, insert in the butt, slap it in, rip it off. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. And whenever you have a chance, again, do a press check. Make sure you actually did load around the chamber. Unloading, drop the magazine, slide back, inspect the chamber. It's unloaded. That's the basic operations of a semi-automatic firearm.